Hi guys!
Hello!
So we've got a question for you. What body type are you? Let's find out.
Yes!
First body type I want to talk to you about is the ectomorph. Much like myself, not so much nowadays, I've managed to put on a lot of muscle since then, but I was very skinny before. It tends to be guys and girls that are relatively tall, quite skinny, and don't hold very much body fat at all. It makes it very hard for us to put on muscle. We need to eat a lot more calories than the other body types because our metabolic rates tend to be a lot faster. So my 2 tips to you if you are an ectomorph. So my first tip to you, in terms of nutrition, if you are an ectomorph, is you really need to eat a lot, guys. It's got to be good calories, but you've got to get plenty of calories in. You're going to want to get loads of good healthy fats in, plenty of good complex carbs. Brown rice is a winner for me, lots of meat and veg, and plenty of protein, okay? Really feed your body. Your body has the building blocks, but if you don't give it the cement, you can't improve it and make it bigger. Okay, my second tip if you're an ectomorph, in terms of training, you really want to hit your big compound movements, okay? So your compound movements are exercises that have more than one joint moving, okay? So that's going to be your squats, it's going to be your deadlifts, that's going to be things like your clean and press, okay? Then at the end of your exercise, you can then add in your isolations afterwards. So really get those big compound movements in to really promote some kind of growth and make a big impact on your body. So that's my basic, probably favourite 2 piece of advice if you're an ectomorph.
Right, body type number 2, mesomorphs. This is a little bit more in my sort of area. So, as you can see, like John said, a little bit leaner, a little bit taller, less body fat. Basically, we're in the middle morphs. Mesomorphs are in the middle. We kind of hold a little bit more body fat, which kind of sucks a little bit, which means we need to work on our cardio. But at the same time, the benefits, we can build muscle a lot easier. So if we do a building phase in hypertrophy, 8 to 12 reps, we will get to where we want to be in terms of gaining arms or gaining chest a little bit quicker than the ecto. So it kind of swings both ways. I hate having a little bit more body fat, but it just means I work a little bit harder on my cardio. So, 2 basic bits of information to help you as a mesomorph. Nutrition is number 1. Really remember to eat good quality carbohydrates, good quality proteins, good quality fats, and try not to eat too much of anything because, like I said, you will hold fat a little bit more often, well, all over the place if you're a meso. Mainly on the sides is my problem area and my back. Almost like a lot of females say, inner thighs, side and back. It's kind of where I hold my fat. So remember, good quality calories and get them into your diet. If you want to get bigger, work on getting more good quality carbohydrates in for your energy source and protein for your recovery source. If you want to get a little bit leaner, HIIT training, really high intensity intervals. But as a meso, try not to spend hours and hours on the treadmill because you're going to shrink and shrink and shrink. So if you want a lean look, but you want to maintain a little bit of size, 10 to 15 minutes hitting high intensity intervals and get your hell off that treadmill. Sorted. So, number 2, training bit of advice. If you want to get a little bit bigger, work in the basic range of 8 to 12 reps. Really good building phase. Really kill those muscles once a week. Don't overtrain them because they will shrink. Isolations, biceps, triceps. For me, I tend to work on my compound movements. I try not to isolate a great deal because they shrink. So just work with your body type, see how it feels. If you feel your biceps and triceps are starting to shrink, cut them out and just work on the compound movements of chest pressing, shoulder pressing, and lat pulling down and put chin ups. Things like that are going to work perfectly. 2 basic bits of advice to work with your mesomorph.
So last but not least, that leads us to the endomorphs. Those of you that are endomorphs, you tend to be a little bit more pear-shaped and hold more body fat. So for the majority of endomorphs that come towards us and come speak to us, they want to lose body fat. So our tips for you to help you lose body fat and get a little bit slimmer. Number one, the most important one. You notice that this is important for all of the classes, alright? But for endomorphs mostly, you've got to really sort your diet out. It's got to be as good as it can be. You should not be consuming any more calories than you need. Ideally, you want to be in a calorie deficit, so you start to bring your body weight down. In terms of exercises, so my tip number 2, you want to be doing things that are going to burn as many calories as they can. It's going to be a lot of cardio for you guys, circuits, things that get full body movements are great, because obviously if you've got more limbs moving, you're burning more calories as well. So a little bit of weight is going to help to boost your metabolism, and also a lot of cardio to get that calories down. And that is our tips for the endomorph, mesomorph and ectomorph.
Right, so that was our super quick guide on body types, and our final message that we're going to leave with you, our final bit of knowledge is don't think that you're a certain body type just because when you look in the mirror you go, you know what, I feel really fat, I'm definitely an endomorph. Or you look in the mirror and go, I'm really skinny, I'm definitely an ecto. To be honest, if you're not eating great, you're eating a little bit too much, you're overindulging in everything, you may look like an endomorph, but you may well be a meso or an ecto, but you're just ploughing it in. And you may look like an ectomorph because you're under-eating, you're malnutrition. So remember, it's
a little bit of trial and error, isn't it?
A little bit of trial and error. A little bit of snippy, snappy snooze.
That's
right,
error.
that's good. Right, so thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
We will be back again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.